Okay, well in this video, I'm going to cover all the things that I've done to it since I put this truck together here 2 years ago. First of all, I'll start off, I had to change the air cleaner on it because that cone filter I had just wasn't big enough. So I went to this 14-inch carburetor filter, built myself a plate, bolted onto the blower, and mounted the filter onto it. The next thing is I took the fan off of it because these Detroits run so cold to begin with that I figured there was no real point in having that fan turn all the time. So I put some electric fans on the radiator and mounted them up with a temperature switch here so to only turn them on when they're needed, and they rarely do come on. So I figured, why not put the oil filter in its place? So I got this remote bracket, some reusable lines, and mounted that up there. And as you all know, these Detroits, they love their ether for cold starts. So I figured may as well mount a proper can with an electric solenoid so it feeds it ether right directly into the blower, and it's activated by a switch inside the cab. And it also does happen that these motors can go on a runaway if something gets stuck in the rack, and then they'll turn just wide open till they blow and there's no way of shutting them off. So they all come with these air shutoffs on the blower. So I figured, may as well hook that up properly here. So the way I rigged it up is with an electric solenoid up here on the fender that is activated from inside the cab. And also figured may as well put in this farm radio into it because it is a farm truck. That Power Stroke decal didn't look very good, so I got some of these decals made on eBay here so people actually know what it is that's in here. The way that solenoid is activated here from inside the cab is actually a little unique. I fixed it up on the key on the starter. So just flick this, and there you go. You can hear it. It's activating. Okay, and inside the cab here, I've done a few little changes. I've added some gauges to the top here. The 4 that I have added in is fuel pressure, transmission oil pressure, engine oil temperature, and air cleaner vacuum to see how much restriction I'm actually getting on my filter. And I've also put in this Pioneer 7-inch touchscreen display here with a backup camera too, so it can be with modern times now. I've added some switches here. Big switch panel I took out of an old truck that was wrecked. Wood grain, I figured it looked nice, The first switch here activates that ether can of mine. The second switch is to override the electric fans if for some reason I want to throw them on. This third switch here is to throw on the backup camera so I can see where I'm going on the deck. And this last one is still not used. There's my farm radio I've put into it. And then, also the part that you guys have probably been all wondering about when I'm going to hook it up. I finally put in the four-wheel drive with a new process 205 divorce transfer case. And I took the shifter here out of a Chev pickup. And well, there you have it. My transfer case. Got myself some drive lines built at Patch Driveline. And the funny part about it here is I've actually got a support bearing on the front drive shaft instead of having it on the back.
town to town to stay ahead of the trouble that's been hanging around. My past is what I present to you, my friend. Tie up at the Cutthroat County Saloon. This run down eyes you can see right through. Looks like I'll have to go all night. Come on, have a drink on me. Bottle up, hammer down, pass it around. Come on.
And well, last but not least, I also did the exhaust. I figured it was getting a little too loud and annoying, especially driving around town. So I got myself some mufflers and some 3-inch tubing, and I redid that.